Hello, welcome to RS at Home Power Vinyasa. My name is Ellen. We'll be doing a 20-minute Power Vinyasa class today. And before we begin, I want to start off by saying we will be using a block. It's optional for today's practice. If you don't have a block, that's absolutely okay. You can use anything lying around the house. You can use a folded up pillow, folded up blanket, a big hefty book, anything that you would like. And again, this is optional as well. I also recommend for today's practice, keeping a bottle of water next to you so that you can stay hydrated. And if you would like, usually we start classes with about a few minutes seated meditation, so you can go ahead and do that. And when you're ready, come back and we'll start the class. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started. I'll play some music and let's get ourselves warmed up. So we will be beginning today's class in an easy seated position at the top of the mat. So you can come to a cross-legged position. And again, this is where you can use the optional block. And here we go. So sitting on a pillow, a block, a blanket, or maybe nothing at all. Cross-legged. Bring your palms to your knees, and we'll take a few deep releasing breaths. I'll turn towards the camera. Closing your eyes. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it just for a moment. And exhale, side out the mouth. Again, inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 3, 2, 1. And exhale out through the mouth for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll do that one last time, this time adding on some movement. Inhale, circling your arms for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it at the top for 3, 2, 1. And exhale out through the nose this time for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wonderful. Adding on some gentle neck rolls, bring your right ear to your right shoulder, and then gently bring your chin towards your chest. This time bringing your left ear to your left shoulder. Bringing it gently back up. Removing the block if you have it seated underneath you. I'll turn up the music just a bit. And we'll begin to warm up the spine here. So crossing at your ankles, plant your hands in front of you and coming into an easy tabletop position. So your shoulders should be over your wrists, fingertips spread wide so you can see the beautiful color of the mat in between your fingers. Tops of the feet are on the floor, so untuck your toes. Inhale, drop the belly, squeeze the shoulder blades together, look up towards the sky, feel the expansion in your collarbones. Exhale, this time arching your spine like a cat. So gaze between the thighs, press your chest away from the earth, and feel your shoulder blades spread apart this time. Inhale, cow pose. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Feel the expansion of the heart center. Look up towards the sky. Exhale, cat pose. Begin to move at your own breath, your own pace. So exhale as you arch your spine and inhale as you open your heart. Notice how this gentle movement feels in your back today. Feel free to add on any other movement, maybe rolling your head around, circling your hips, shaking your head, yes and no. And we're going to take on just one spinal balance here. So bringing your right hand to the center of the mat. Reach your left arm forward like you're trying to shake my hand. Your left thumb is turned towards the sky. And begin to either extend your right leg behind you, keeping the right toes on the floor, reaching your right heel towards the back of the room, or add on some balance and lift your right leg so that your right leg is in line with your left arm. Exhale as you tap your right knee to your left elbow. Inhale, reach it out. We'll do that one more time, taking on a little crunch. Feel your lower belly come up and in towards your spine as you exhale, tap. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, bring it back down. This time, bringing your left palm to the center of the mat. Shake your right arm with your right thumb pointed towards the sky. Again, you can extend your left leg behind you, keeping your left toes on the earth, or reach your left leg up. Inhale, lengthen a little bit further, and exhale as you crunch and tap. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring it down to the earth. We'll begin to build up some heat in the body, warming up the muscles so that in the end, when we get that release, we'll get into the deep tissue. So tucking the toes, lift the shins 1 inch from the earth. And now when we're here, we're gonna hold it just for a moment to set it up. Feel your core engage, and that's gonna help protect your lower back. Press into the base of the fingertips and spread your shoulder blades apart. Feel the fire burning within you. You're building up heat. And then press the hips back, coming into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So imagine you have 2 eyeballs in your armpits. Try to get your armpits to look at each other. Maybe alternate, bending one knee and then the other. Weight should be in the balls of the feet. Core is engaged still, and your neck is relaxed. Relax your jaw. We'll begin our Sun Salutation A, 1,000-year-old yoga sequence meant to warm up the spine. So bend the knees, gaze between the hands, and begin to step your feet towards the front of the mat. Bringing your palms to your shins. Lift halfway, creating space in the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Feel the release, creating space in the body. Inhale, root to rise, arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up, look up, grabbing your left wrist, reach towards the right side of the room. Side body stretch. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, back to center. Cactus arms. Open your heart. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale, swan dive down. Forward fold. Inhale, palms to your shins. Lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back, top of a push-up. You can either come to your knees if you're feeling any back pain today, or if you just feel like coming to your knees. But if you keep your knees lifted, press your heels towards the back of the room. Either way, even if you're on your knees, shift your shoulders 1 inch forward, hug your elbows into your side body, and exhale, lower all the way down. Untuck the toes. Inhale, press yourself up into baby cobra or full cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, send the hips back, downward facing dog. That was 1 round of Sun Salutation A. We'll do it 1 more time. 1 breath, 1 movement. Inhale, bend the knees, gaze between the hands, step, hopper, jump, top of the mat. Lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. You're grounding into the earth with your feet while elongating through your side body. Exhale, side body stretch, reaching towards the right side of the room. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, open your heart, look up towards the beautiful sky. Exhale, swan dive down and release, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step back. Shift your shoulders 1 inch over your wrists. Again, you can come to your knees if you would like. Exhale, right all the way down. Untuck the toes. Inhale, open through the heart center. Exhale, downward facing dog. Release any tension in your jaw, your neck. Check in with yourself here. Is your core still engaged? Again, imagine you have 2 eyeballs in your armpits. Try to get your armpits to look at each other. Inhale for 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Bringing your knees to the earth. Your knees can be touching or bring your knees wide. So we're coming into Balasana Child's Pose just for a moment. If you want to target the lower back, bring your knees wide. If you want to target the upper back, bring your knees touching. Big toes touching, send the hips to the heels. Inhale for 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Slowly coming out of this, we'll begin our Sun Salutation B in just a moment. So this is meant to warm up the hips and the spine. It's also a 1,000-year-old yoga sequence. So tucking the toes, press the hips back, downward facing dog. Maybe alternate, bending one knee and then the other. Bend the knees, gaze between the hands, step, hopper, jump, top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sit back, Utkatasana chair pose. We're setting this first one up. So your weight should be in the heel of the foot. Maybe pick up your toes, wiggle them to make sure you're not holding any weight in them. So knees over your ankles. When you look down, you should be able to see your toes. If not, you're bending your knees too much. And as you pull your lower belly up and in towards your spine, so engage your core, notice that your tailbone tucks in rather than sticking your pelvic floor out. So tuck the tailbone in to create more space in the lower back. Your hands can come at heart center. Draw your shoulders back and down. We're holding this first one just for a little bit longer to build that heat, build the fire in the body. And exhale, forward fold, release. Inhale, hands to your shins, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step it back. Ride that exhale all the way down. Inhale, open through the front body. Exhale, tuck the toes, press the hips back, downward facing dog. As you exhale, plant your right foot in between your hands, lower your left knee to the earth, untuck your left toes. You can keep your palms on the earth or interlace your fingers on top of your right knee. Make sure that your right knee does not bend over your right ankle. So if it's like this, walk your right foot a little bit out. Beautiful. Bring your palms to the earth if they're not there already. Taking on a hamstring stretch. Press your hips back to your heels and point your right toes towards your nose. Coming back to center. Tuck your left toes. Lift your left knee from the earth. Keeping your left hand planted on the mat. Reach your right fingertips towards the sky. Twisted crescent lunge. Plant your right hand back. Step it back. Maybe as you lower, you keep that right leg lifted. Exhale. Inhale, opening the front body. Exhale, downward facing dog. Same thing, left side. Planting your left foot in between your hands. Right knee lowers. Untuck the right toes. Again, you can keep your palms on the earth if you're feeling a lot of tension in your right hip flexor, or interlace your fingers. Breathing here. Bring your palms back to the earth. Send the hips back towards the heels and point your left toes towards your nose. Hello, hamstrings. Opening up the left hip hamstrings this time. Coming back to center. Plant your right hand to the earth. Tuck the right toes, lift the right knee, and reach your left arm towards the sky and twist. Twists are excellent for your inner organs, your digestive tract. Plant your hand, step it back, and flow. Inhale, open the front body. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll take on sun salutation B one more time. Inhale, bend the knees, gaze between the hands. Step, hop, or jump. Lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sit back. Utkatasana chair pose. We're here for 3 breaths, adding on a twist. So exhale, reach your right arm in front of you, left arm behind you, and gaze over the left shoulder. Make sure you're not bending your right knee more than your left knee. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, other side, this time gazing over the right shoulder. Keep your core engaged. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, forward fold, release. Inhale, lift halfway. This time, coming straight into a warrior 2, you're going to step your left foot back, spin your left heel to the ground, and then backstroke your arms, open into warrior 2. Your right heel should be in line with your left inner arch. Gaze over the right middle finger. Reverse your right palm and imagine that your right fingertips are the paintbrush of Vincent van Gogh and paint the starry night sky. You can keep your left hand behind your left leg or bring your left hand behind your lower back. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left leg forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, this time stepping your right leg back. Again, spin the right heel to the ground. Feet should be perpendicular to each other. Opening up, Warrior two on the left side this time. Your arms are active. Reverse your left palm and paint the sky. What color are you choosing to paint the sky today? Purple, blue, pink? Exhale, windmill your arms, last chaturanga of the day. Make it a good one. Step it back, holding at the top for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, opening the heart. Exhale, coming back onto your belly. Bring your hands to your hips. We're coming into locust pose. So lift your legs from the earth, keeping your feet touching, and then draw your shoulders back and down, activating and strengthening your upper back. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, child's pose. Big toes touching, forehead resting on the earth. Deep belly breaths here. Slowly coming out of this. Crossing at your ankles, sitting back. So this is where we can use the optional block or a pillow or a folded up blanket. We're going to take on one bridge pose. So if you would like, coming onto your back, bending your knees, soles of the feet are hip width distance apart and parallel to one another. You can bring your block in between your thighs and squeeze the block with your inner thighs. If you don't have the block, imagine that it's there, so you don't want your thighs to touch, but you're still engaging your inner thighs, squeezing them together. Bringing your palms to the earth. You're going to lift your lower back from the earth by pressing into your heels. So press into your heels and peel your back up from the earth. Maybe interlace your fingers underneath your back and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Press your hips 1 inch higher towards the earth. And we're going to engage the glutes here. And you don't want your chin tucked in towards your chest. So lift your chin slightly. Pulsing for 3, 2, 1. Exhale slowly. Release the bind if you have it. Lower all the way down. Remove the block or whatever you have. Bring your knees into your chest, circling in one direction, giving yourself a nice little lower back massage. Switching directions. Rolling onto your left side, pressing yourself up. We're coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Once again, we can use the block here. Bringing your feet wide. They don't have to be as wide as they can go, just wherever they plop naturally. You can stay lifted or begin to walk yourself forward. Notice any tension. Pause when you feel that tension. With every inhale, notice the engagement. And as you exhale, feel the engagement melt away. Maybe walking yourself forward. You can rest your forehead on top of the block. If you don't have the block, another alternative is stacking one wrist on top of the other. Relax your forehead, relax the skin between your eyebrows. Notice any discomfort you may be feeling. If you feel any pain, come out of this pose. You should never feel pain in yoga. But humans are a lot like lobsters, and when lobsters feel discomfort in their lives, instead of trying to find the quickest fix and get rid of that discomfort, they know it's a signal for a new period of growth in their time. They know that when they feel tightness, when they feel that discomfort, it's time to shed their own shells and grow a new one. So feel this discomfort as long as it's not pain, and use your breath to sit with it. and gently walking yourself back up, and with minimal effort here, bring your legs back together. Laying all the way back down, coming into Shavasana, resisting the urge to fidget or wiggle or move. When we hold those yin stretches, it's like taking a garden hose and bending it so we constrict the water flow. And when we come back into rebound or Shavasana, we allow all of the blood, the nutrients, the oxygen to rush back into our muscles, our tissues, nourishing our bodies better and stronger than before. Feel free to take on any last pose your body is craving today. And once you're ready, coming into a Shavasana, bringing your feet wider than your hips, closing your eyes. I invite you to stay in Shavasana for as long as you like. It's great to stay in Shavasana for 5 minutes or so, so feel free to stay here, maybe pause the video. Otherwise, namaste.